Hey everyone, welcome to my first ever devlog for my multiplayer labyrinth game called Maze Escape. And yes, the name might sound familiar, but trust me, this is the maze game. Today, we'll dive into the current features, some early bugs that haunted me, and what's coming next in the pipeline. Oh, and did I mention your goal is to be the first to escape the maze? Sounds simple? Well, think again. In Maze Escape, up to 5 players start right in the center of the maze. The objective? Be the first to find a way out. Scattered throughout the maze are keys, and on the outer edge there are locked doors that lead to freedom. The catch? Each player needs to find just one key. Any key will work to unlock a door and escape. Sounds simple, right? But there's a twist. To make things more interesting and slightly easier, I've added cracked walls throughout the maze. With the bomb item, which spawns randomly, you can blow up these walls, creating new and faster paths to the exit. So, even if you can't find a key right away, you might find yourself a shortcut. Now, let me tell you, development wasn't always this smooth. One of the first bugs I faced was with player movement. The characters moved like they had invisible hiccups, just super jittery. Imagine trying to race to the exit when your legs seem like they're in a stop-motion animation. Not ideal. And then there was the rotation issue. Instead of smooth turning, my players would kind of snap in the wrong direction or spin too much. I guess they were a little over-enthusiastic about finding the exit. After some head-scratching and late nights, I finally fixed both bugs, so movement feels nice and responsive now. Next up is the main menu. Here, you can create a room. Join one using a room code, or even browse available rooms. But you can also kick players from your room. It's like having your own maze social club. Plus, you can customize your player's name because who doesn't love a bit of personal flair? Oh, and to make it easier to tell who's who, everyone gets a random color at the start of the game. So even if you're terrible with names, you can always be like, "Hey Blue, move out of the way." As you can probably tell, the graphics are still, let's call them placeholders for now. I promise the textures won't look like that in the final game. But hey, everything starts somewhere. The game's got all its core mechanics, and now it's just about making it look less like a giant tech demo and more like a proper game. I'm planning to overhaul the visuals with better models and textures soon. Maybe throw in some cool effects when you find a key or blow up a wall. Speaking of blowing things up, there are so many ideas I want to add. First, I'm thinking about incorporating more jump and run elements into the maze. You know, a few places where players have to leap across gaps or time their jumps to avoid traps. Not to mention, adding some puzzle elements would make the maze more memorable and add more strategy than just running in circles like a headless chicken. I'm also planning to introduce more items to spice up gameplay, like speed boosts or traps to slow down your opponents. After all, who doesn't love a good trap to ruin a friend's perfectly planned escape? That's it for this first devlog. The game is still in its early stages, but there's already so much happening, and I'm excited to share the journey with you all. If you enjoyed this sneak peek into Maze Escape and want to see how the game evolves, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below with any ideas or feedback. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next devlog. Who knows? Maybe next time we'll have a maze that's even harder to escape, or at least some better textures.